guys, it's Kristina. I know I'm always encouraging you to eat at least one fully raw vegan meal a day, just one every day, so that you can feel your best. So I'm gonna answer the question, what is a mono meal? And then I'm going to tell you why I recommend eating at least one mono meal a day. And then I'm also gonna tell you the 3 main reasons that monomilling is important for your body, your mind, and your spirit. A mono meal is where you eat one thing at a time. For the entire meal, just one ingredient. I know that sounds a little too easy, a little too good to be true. Where's all the complication in that? There is none. That's why they call it a mono meal. It's one meal, one ingredient per meal for one meal. If I were going to mono meal with a piece of fruit, which if you're raw or vegan, the easiest thing to mono meal with is fruit. An easy example of this would be watermelon. Now, if I were gonna mono meal with watermelon, I would probably just eat about 1/4 to 1/2 of one watermelon, and that would be a very filling breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. It's very difficult to eat a whole watermelon. Yes, I have done it before, but you want to eat until you're satisfied or you're comfortably full. Another example of a mono meal would be mango. You could peel these mangoes and have 4 to 5 mangoes and have that be a meal. Some other mono meal examples of fruit would be bananas. It could be cantaloupe, it could be honeydew, it could be pears or apples or grapes or peaches or nectarines or plums or cherries. The list goes on. It's easy to mono meal with fruit because fruit is rich in calories and it is also rich in nutrients. It's more difficult to eat a mono meal of just veggies because veggies are very low in calories. So by eating maybe perhaps 4 heads of kale, you still probably wouldn't feel satiated. I always like to say that eating fruit gives your body fuel for the day. It gives you carbohydrate. It gives you that gasoline to run on. And it also gives you a ton of vitamins and nutrients and even some protein in there as well. I like to say that eating veggies is a great way to get in your minerals and your proteins into your day. It's harder to get the necessary amount of calories from your veggies, but they're absolutely still necessary to balance out your diet. I know I'm always recommending for everybody to have at least one fully raw meal a day. And maybe perhaps that one fully raw meal a day could be a mono meal for you. And here's why. Dr. Graham wrote in his book, The 80-10-10 Diet, that monomilling is especially beneficial for your body because eating one thing at a time is much easier to digest than 30 different ingredients at a time. Number 2, monomilling comes naturally to us. And when you're monomilling, it's a lot easier for you to identify when you're full. An example of this would be if you were walking outside and if you found a fig tree, and if you were really hungry, and you found this fig tree, you would be so excited. You would take a fig and you would eat it, and the first bite of that fig would taste so good to you, right? Because you're hungry and your body's hungry, and so that first bite is gonna taste super sweet. And if you are still hungry, you are most likely gonna take fig after fig after fig and eat it until you're full. When you're monomilling, there is a huge difference between the first bite of fruit that you eat and the last bite that you eat, because once you have eaten like 20 figs, that 20th fig doesn't taste as sweet to you anymore, does it? It tastes like, I'm satisfied, I'm full, I don't want to eat anymore. It's a lot easier for your body to tell you that when you're eating one thing as opposed to when you're eating 30 different ingredients that are exciting your palate. For those of you who are used to eating many different things and many different times of the day, it's not always great food combining, and it can be very difficult on your system to digest some of these things. But when you're eating only mangoes for a meal, or only watermelon for a meal, or only grapes for a meal, that fruit goes down seamlessly, and it really helps with the elimination process. I know a lot of people don't like talking about poop, but when I say that it is one of the most important processes of your body to eliminate toxins and to have a good elimination system, it is crucial and vital to your health. A concern that I get from people a lot when they first get into this lifestyle is monomilling unhealthy for you? Eating all of that fruit, oh my gosh, would you have a blood sugar attack? And the answer is no. Not if you're just doing one fully raw meal a day of monomilling of fruit. It wouldn't be that bad for you. And if you really are worried about the sugar consumption, then choose a lower sugar fruit like berries or cucumber or tomatoes or even pears or apples, things that your body wouldn't react to or your blood sugars wouldn't spike to in the beginning. All that being said, I highly recommend monomilling, especially as we're approaching the summer seasons. We're gonna be getting in a lot of juicy fruits. It's gonna be so hydrating for your body. Your body's gonna get all those necessary vitamins and minerals that you need. And for those of you who are trying to transition, having a mono meal for breakfast or a mono meal for lunch of fruit is a great way to transition. You can eat fruit all throughout the day, and then for dinner you can have a rainbow salad. Give your body the nutrients that it deserves. And by monomilling, you're also giving your body a nice little break that it deserves. It likes fruit, I promise. All right, you guys, so that's my spiel on monomilling. I hope that that makes a little bit more sense to you if you are just getting into this lifestyle. If you're afraid to try it, I say just try it. It's actually really fun. I love monomilling, and I think that it is so satisfying and such a great way to go. If you guys have liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the family and follow me on my social media, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Insta Stories, all the above at FullyRaw and FullyRawKristina. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go and enjoy some of these fruits, and I hope that you get to go and do the same. Sending you all my hugs and my love. Bye.